What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Grey Talks Wrestling. Hope you're all keeping well and you're ready for another retro review. You're ready to talk about WrestleMania IX. Before that, you know what you got to do. Hit that subscribe button. Share this to other wrestling fans out there so they can help this channel grow. Help me hit that milestone of 1K. We're on that road to getting there and we're growing every day. Thank you very much to everyone that has contributed so far. Time to talk about WrestleMania IX. And let me know in the comment section down below, do you think this was the worst WrestleMania of all time? In my opinion, no. There are worse WrestleManias than this. WrestleMania IX, Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas, out in the sunshine. It looked really good in my opinion. From the eye, looking at it. The fans, yeah, they were pretty rowdy. The crowd was pretty decent. You had Jim Ross on commentary making his debut along with Bobby the Brain Heenan. A dream team right there. Along with Randy Savage, who threw in a bit of comedy as well. What's not to love of that commentary team? So that was decent in my opinion. A decent commentary team. The two legends on the mic. And Randy Savage. Fantastic. I enjoyed their input throughout the show. Nothing wrong with that. The matches themselves, yes, there were some screwy finishes and for some forgettable moments throughout and some memorable ones as well. And something that happened at the end we will never ever forget or forgive. And I can understand why people would want to punch Hulk Hogan in the face. And that is another question of this show. How did Hulk Hogan end up with a shiner? Who hit him in the face? Was it Randy Savage because of Elizabeth? Was it Yokozuna? Was it Bret Hart? Wouldn't blame him. Maybe it was the speedboat itself. He was telling the truth. Who knows? We'll never know the truth really. But it is what it is. And we'll talk about the show anyway. Because we start off with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Shawn Michaels defending the title against the undefeated Tatanka. In my opinion, the streak of Tatanka is not talked about nearly enough. We talk about Goldberg streaks. We talk about Undertaker streaks. What about Tatanka's streak? Might have been at work, but it went for over a year. He really did. They talked about it for over a year that he was undefeated, and he doesn't get talked about enough. There are other streaks in this in wrestling, in this industry, that are complete works. Come on, Goldberg. Let's have a word. Seriously. Tatanka's, though, fantastic. And I enjoyed Tatanka back then. Really did. And I felt, yeah, he deserved a title shot. And this was a very good match. I didn't really enjoy the involvement of, and felt we needed the involvement of Sherry and Luna Vachon, but they were brilliant anyway. Brilliant addition to it, I suppose. Very entertaining what they did. Luna beating the hell out of Sherry. You'd never seen Sherry take a hiding like that before. Something we'd never seen up until this point. Women beating the hell out of each other like that. It was fantastic. And I wanted to see more of it. And I'm sad we didn't see enough of it and they didn't get their own time and their own segment. I think they deserved that. And we didn't see more of it backstage. We only saw a slight segment of it with them brawling back with Sherry getting attacked again by Luna backstage. Would have liked to have seen more. But the match itself really good. It was just the finish. Confusing. Really confusing. You had Shawn Michaels and Tatanka outside the ring after Shawn Michaels dove on the floor and hit his head on the steel steps and he's struggling to get back in the ring. You don't really notice the ref counting. I didn't really notice him counting. Because he goes outside the ring, then he comes back in the ring. Shawn Michaels pulls him outside the ring. And then they get back in the ring. Shawn's in the ring with Tatanka. Tatanka hits his finisher on Shawn. He goes to pin him. The ref goes down like he's going to count. And then he's like, oh no, actually, ding, 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 ring the bell. And I'm thinking, okay. And Savage says it on commentary, you should have done that earlier. He obviously announces the complete fuck up the ref's made. Notices it and says it on live commentary. So throws him completely under the bus. So we all know that he's absolutely screwed this one up. And so do all the fans. They're like, what the hell has happened here? And yeah, they say, yeah, winner by count out. I thought it would have been a DQ. He pulled the referee out of the ring. That would have made sense. But no, a count out. Tatanka. Just made no sense, really. Ruined a very good match. They could have found a different way to have done this. It was obviously the ref who fucked it up completely. Whatever the finish was supposed to be, it just got screwed up. And yeah, just really, really bad finish to a really good match. What was a really good match. It was a shame, because it was heading towards being a very good opening WrestleMania match. One of the best opening WrestleMania matches of all time so far. And yeah, it just got screwed up by a bad finish. And finishes are one of the most important parts of the match, unfortunately. So yeah, it's what makes it not a very good match, I suppose. So we move on to the next one. And this was really good, in my opinion. One of the best matches of the whole show. And you've got really good two good tag teams here. You've got the Steiner brothers, and you've got the Head Shrinkers, the OGs of the bloodline. Heads of tables here, really we're talking about at this point. This was a very good tag match. Hard hitting. The Head Shrinkers looked dominant. They dominated the Steiner brothers for the majority of this match. They beat the shit out of them. This looked like they were beating the shit out of each other. This looked like a proper fight. And Steiner brothers fought back and hit some amazing suplexes. There's moves we weren't seeing. This was fast-paced, action-packed. They obviously didn't have a lot of time, but they were able to fit in so much. And phenomenal tag team match. Really enjoyed it. Best match of the whole damn show. Great finish. Scott Steiner hitting the Frankensteiner. Bit sloppy on it, but yeah. Got the 1, 2, 3. Was what it was. Great win. Good match. My favourite match of the whole damn show. Then we move on to Doink the Clown versus Crush. And this was honestly a good match. I really did enjoy it, because this Doink was the best Doink. Let's have it right. Hill Doink was fucking brilliant. Why didn't they carry this on for, like, this could have gone for so long. They could have had so many decent feuds with Hill Doink the Clown. It doesn't last as long as it should do. Really doesn't. That's the shame. That's the bad thing about it. Like, this character was phenomenal. Matt Bourne knocked this character out of the park. I enjoyed this match. Maybe it was Crush that people don't like. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of Crush, but I'll admit he was decent in the ring. He wasn't bad. He had got a good look, good size. The character was shocking. Crush. The Hawaiian Crush. I didn't mind him when he turned heel and joined Fuji and that one's there. And I didn't mind Biker Crush either. Yeah, everything he pretty much touched did go to shit like Demolition, and yeah, Hawaiian Crush was pretty shit, but it was alright. It wasn't that bad. There were worse wrestlers than him, in my opinion. This was decent for what it was, and I enjoyed the second Doink, and I enjoyed all of that. The crowd did as well. They reacted to it. They seemed to like the heel Doink. So yeah, it was okay. I didn't mind this match. This was pretty good. And the right person won. They needed to be getting this heel clown over. Getting him a win here. And moving him forward and moving him up the card. Made sense, in my opinion. Razor Ramon versus Bob Backlund didn't make a lot of sense. Why is Razor Ramon in this match? After main event in the Rumble and pretty much co-main event in Survivor Series, he's here middle of the show against Bob Backlund. And the finish of this match was pretty sloppy. This whole match was pretty sloppy. Bob Backlund was like all over the place. Just really rushing everything, it felt like. And yeah, they clearly didn't have a lot of time as well. This match lasted like 3 minutes. Is that how long they had? Was that the time they were given? Because yeah, Razor Ramon didn't seem too happy with it, to be honest with you. He just rolled up Bob Backlund, 1, 2, 3, it was over. Bob Backlund got all the offense in until Razor Ramon rolled him up. He didn't seem too happy with it either, Razor. He got out of there and was like, yes, I've won the match, I'm out of here. He seemed more happy that the match was over than he'd actually won. Yeah, it was a strange one. I don't think we've ever seen Scott Hall or Razor Ramon ever win with a roll-up ever again. I don't remember. But this was the time he'd won. It was a bit of a strange one. Then we got the tag team title match. And here, Money Inc. in the ring, and here comes Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who had injured himself previously parasailing, and he had this dodgy mask on, yellow and red mask to match Hulk Hogan's gear, and it looked shocking. And here came Hulk Hogan, his face absolutely bad. Someone had given him an absolute hiding, literally a day or two before, because the bruises would have looked fresh. He looked like he'd had the shit beaten up. Maybe even the day of. He looked like he'd taken an absolute hiding off of someone. I'm sorry, that there was no speedboat accident there. It was either Savage. That's what, according to other people, according to rumours, it was Savage. Could have been Bret Hart, could have been Yoko if I was them and I'm finding out what's Hogan's planning for the main event. I wouldn't blame him. Or one of the Samoans beat the shit out of him, or a couple of them. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of Samoans backstage that could have beaten the shit out of Hogan, no problem. And one of them could have done Hogan in. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, watch your back, mate. They were expecting Yoko to hold the title, and then, if they had found out what was going down, and Yoko weren't getting the title for more than a minute, it wouldn't surprise me if one of the Samoans flipped and went up to him and knocked him out. Do you know what I mean? That could have been the story right there. Who knows? Anyway, we move on to what was an okay match, I suppose. Most of the offense was on the side of Hogan, the Beefcake team, the Mega Maniacs. Never enjoyed Hulk Hogan with Jimmy Hart. Really didn't. It was cheesy, it was pathetic, it was lame. I'm sorry, I was not a fan. From minute one, Jimmy Hart being a babyface never sat well with me. Never got it, never understood it. Never got why. He was such a good hit, he was so annoying. How could you make him a babyface manager? Just, it didn't feel right after everything he's done in professional wrestling up until that point. It was stupid. And everything he does with Hulk Hogan after this is just ridiculous. In the WWF, in WCW, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the day where he turns on Hulk Hogan, because you know it's going to happen at some point. This match was okay for what it was, but yeah, wrestling had moved on at this point, in my opinion. It really had, and Hulk Hogan was being left behind. Yeah, no one wanted to see that anymore, really. The fans on the day, yeah, they were all drunk and loving it. It's Hulk Hogan. And, yeah, for a one-off show, he's okay. But, yeah, keep coming back at show in, show out. It gets tired quickly now. It's getting old. By 93, it's getting old, the gimmick. No one really wants to see it that much anymore, especially at the top of the card. Middle of the card, maybe. It's nice, he's okay. It's nice to see him. Yeah, nice to see you. Hello. Do your poses, you know, all of that, and then fuck off. But yeah, as a main eventer, no thank you, not anymore. He has obviously passed his best, and I couldn't believe what happens at the end of this show. But yeah, this was a dodgy finish as well. Was it a DQ? Yeah, the ref gets knocked out, and then they're all fighting in the ring. Hogan picks up Beefcake's mask that got taken off. He hits him with it. Then another referee comes in the ring and then rings the bell. Jimmy Hart, before that, turns his jacket inside out and counts the pin like they fucking won the match and gives them the titles. And then another ref comes down the ring and says, no, the winners of the match by disqualification or Money Inc. And it's just pathetic finish. Really, really dumb, really messy, really just a complete clusterfuck. Complete clusterfuck of a match and a finish. It was not good. Another match that should have been really good, I was looking forward to watching again, was Lex Luger versus Mr. Perfect. I thought this match might save some of the show. And the match itself was good, again, really good up until the point. The finish. What the hell was that? Lex Luger winning with a backslide, Mr. Perfect getting his feet caught in the ropes. It's supposed to be Mr. Perfect. How is that happening to him? I enjoyed what they did after this match where Mr. Perfect gets knocked out by Luger Then he goes backstage to try and find Luger after coming to, and he finds Luger, but then he finds Shawn Michaels as well and gets attacked by Shawn Michaels, and that breaks off into a feud between Mr. Perfect and Shawn Michaels, and I'm all down with that. Can't wait to see that and where that goes. Yeah, that was cool because you don't see a lot of backstage brawls, and it's starting to introduce them now in the WWF. We saw one at the Royal Rumble with Shawn and Marty Jannetty. Now we're seeing one with Shawn and Mr. Perfect here. Shawn Michaels getting a bit violent. Beating the shit out of Mr. Perfect. It was really entertaining. Then the Undertaker's streak continues here at WrestleMania IX. He's going up against Giant Gonzalez. This was absolutely shocking. Start to finish. Giant Gonzalez should be nowhere near a wrestling El Gigante or whatever he is, whatever we're calling him. From the moment I saw him in WCW till now, yeah, he's not. He shouldn't have been in a professional wrestling ring. He's embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. And this match was embarrassing, and it's embarrassing that this match ever took place, and that the Undertaker had to put up with this sort of shit. And yeah, the finish was crap. Crap finish again. To add to another crap match, and to add to this show, it just got hard to watch by this point. Luckily, there was only one match to go, we thought. And this match was pretty good. The main event. Yokozuna versus Bret Hart was actually really good, again, until the finish. Yeah, they put on a good match. It only went for like 8 minutes, but yeah, it was decent. Yokozuna is very impressive for a guy his size. The stuff he can do in the ring is really impressive. Every move he hits looks really devastating. He was really believable. I really enjoyed this match up until Bret Hart had him in the sharpshooter. Here comes Fuji, throws the salt in his eyes, and that's how he's beating him. Why not a bonsai drop? Why not a leg drop? No, he just walks over, falls down on top of Bret Hart. 1, 2, 3, there's your champion. Bret Hart got beat with salt to the eyes. Salt to the fucking eyes. You having a laugh? That's how we're beating Bret Hart. Do me a favour. That was laughable. And what made this whole situation even worse, here comes Hulk Hogan, brother. I was fine with Yokozuna being the champion. I wasn't happy with how he won the title, but I was fine with him being champion. Okay, Bret Hart lives to fight another day. He'll get another shot at some point in the year, whenever the next main event or pay-per-view is coming. I'm pretty sure he will get a rematch. Championship rematches clause and all that. But here comes Hulk Hogan. Fuji's on the mic. My Yokozuna challenge you. And yep, Hulk Hogan accepts. Of course he does, straight away. I'll take your title off you, thank you very much. Gets in the ring. There's a salt thrown in the eyes of Yokozuna by Fuji. The duck from Hogan. Big boot. Leg drop. 1, 2, 3. Your new champion. Are you having a laugh? Yokozuna's dropped the title already. We've got a new champion, and first time ever in WrestleMania history the championship changes hands in one night. Twice in one night. Yokozuna has 2 matches at WrestleMania. And he does it again next year as well. 2 title matches at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure it's got to be some sort of history-making sort of thing. Someone to have 2 title matches back-to-back, 4 title matches in 2 WrestleManias. That's got to be some sort of history-making sort of thing, hasn't it? It's got to be a record. But Yokozuna, fantastic. But you just got to feel sorry for the guy that this is how it goes down, and this is all because they want to try and keep Hulk Hogan in the WWF. And it turns out, in a couple of months, he fucks off anyway. And the way they drop the title back is just pathetic. And I can't wait to see that. This whole thing was so avoidable, unnecessary. Why do it? Why do it? It made no fucking sense, and it ruined a pay-per-view. It ruined the push of Yokozuna. It ruined Bret Hart for a while. It took so much longer for them to get back on track. Hulk Hogan just coming back in, fucking things up, just for his fucking ego, and then fucking back off again. It wasn't necessary. Really wasn't. You ruined what was an okay show. Yeah, screwy finishes throughout though. Really screwy finishes throughout this show. The booking, the agents, everyone just should hang their heads low. Whoever was involved in creating this show. Yeah, well, it didn't work out, did it really? It wasn't good. Not the worst WrestleMania of all time, because there were some decent moments, some decent matches. But yeah, that was pretty much it really. WrestleMania IX, Hulk Hogan is your champion. And we move on to now. I'm looking forward to 93 because I know what's coming up. One of my favourite shows of all time, which is the King of the Ring. Can't wait because that's going to be added to the list. I know we've got a WCW show coming up next though. But thanks for watching Grey Talks Wrestling. Again, let me know what you thought about WrestleMania 9 down below if you have watched this long. Thank you very much. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay lucky. See you later.